And now, from 12 Studios, this is News 12 Now.
Today is Thursday, February 20th. Welcome to News 12 Now. I'm Kylie Dudman. New on 12 Now, former Oklahoma Governor David Boren has died. In addition to his role as governor, he served in the state house and 3 terms as a Democratic U.S. Senator. He picked a broom as his campaign symbol, pledging to bring his Boren Broom Brigade to sweep up corruption at the Capitol. He was also the second longest serving president of the University of Oklahoma, serving until his retirement in 2018. During his time at OU, Boren oversaw the creation of the university's honor college. David Boren was 83 years old. In Gainesville, a young girl's death by suicide is under investigation after her mother says she was bullied by classmates over her family's immigration status. 11-year-old Jocelyn Carranza died February 8th. Jocelyn's mother says she was taunted at school by fellow students who insulted her and claimed her family was in the U.S. illegally. She says the students threatened to call immigration services so they could take the girl's parents away and she'd be left alone. The mother says the school knew about the bullying but did not tell her. A classmate says she is mourning the loss of her friend.
She was very nice and pretty. I loved her. Yeah. Basically, when I heard that she was gone, I don't know, it just shattered my heart. It hurt me really bad.
Did you know that people had been bothering her and being mean to her?
I didn't know at all.
Yeah.
If I knew, I would have told them to stop, I promise you, but...
Gainesville ISD put out a statement this afternoon saying they are deeply saddened by the passing and claiming they take all reports of bullying seriously. However, the district said they could not comment due to privacy laws. Now, this is the second high-profile bullying event the district has experienced in recent years. In 2021, News 12 covered the story of Cody Jennings, who was bullied and physically attacked by classmates. An issue his mother claimed the district knew about for years without action. After the situation became public, the district said appropriate disciplinary measures would be taken. A dozen people are being held in the Bryan County Jail on charges of cultivation of a controlled substance. Only 2 of them, Xing Yuhang and Shoku Luai, have been formally charged. Court records allege the 2 were illegally growing marijuana in a building on West Locust Street in Durant. They face up to 10 years in prison if convicted. Now, we've reached out to Durant police for more information on the case, and they say they can't comment because it's under investigation. Well, turning to weather now, meteorologist Brian Briggs is with us. Brian, it was a frigid morning, probably the coldest morning we have experienced this year. What can we be expecting now that the sun is up?
Yeah, the sun is trying to warm us up. We're still well below freezing though, but we actually did break a nearly 50-year-old record this morning here in Sherman-Denison, because at least here at the Sherman Studios, yeah, we got down to 8 degrees this morning. So miserable to say the least. Pretty much everybody was in the single digits at some point. And look at Sulphur Ada, you're only 4 measly degrees above 0. So it was really excruciating, but hey, it's beautiful out there. Live look at your southeastern tower cam, and we have really beautiful skies. Honestly, it's misleading though, because this is what it actually feels like out there. Upper teens to lower 20s. That is really the go around. So the sun is trying so hard to warm us up, but we're still keeping a pretty healthy northeasterly breeze, and that is making it feel pretty miserable out there, like the single digits and even lower teens. So this is it though. This has been the worst day of this week. And then in terms of the weather, it's going to get better. We do have more cold though on the way for tonight. And then how about 70s for next week? So yeah, we're going to be tracking about that and just how much longer we have with this Arctic blast. We'll talk about that in a full forecast, but looks like I'm going to hand it back over to Kylie.
All right, thank you, Brian. And this Arctic blast is nothing like we saw in January's heavy snowfall, and it's all thanks to a natural phenomenon called lake effect snow. Evaporation on Lake Texoma, where the water is warmer than air, is forming clouds. It looks much like the steam that rises from a boiling pot of water, but when it's paired with freezing temperatures and heavy wind gusts, the result is an unrecognizable lake. Well, the town of Colbert is still dealing with water problems. Residents tell News 12 they've had problems with their water for years, but these past few weeks, things have gotten worse. They say water goes on and off for hours and sometimes even days. The mayor says they're working on solutions, but fixes are going to take time.
They're just tired, you know, they're getting so tired and worn out. You go to work and you come home, you don't have any water. They can't take a bath, nothing. And it's just got to stop. It's got to be fixed.
News 12 will continue to follow the changes until the challenges until the problems are fixed. Taking a look at national news now, the Trump administration expressing interest in banning SNAP benefits from being used to buy junk food. Fox News' Sharon Langle takes a closer look at what it all means and why past efforts haven't been successful.
Chips, candy, soda, and beyond. Most of us like tasty treats from time to time, but these items may start fading from some pantries, as key Trump administration officials signal their desire to prevent junk food from being purchased with SNAP benefits. Formerly known as food stamps, SNAP, or the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, is designed to help low-income families buy more nutritious foods. About 42 million Americans use SNAP.
I use the SNAP to buy my necessity.
Barring alcohol, tobacco, and hot foods, the Food and Nutrition Act of 2008 says SNAP benefits can be used for any food or food product intended for human consumption. Some SNAP recipients say they've already made a push to buy healthier items.
I'm starting to eat healthy because all my family is suffering from high blood pressure and heart disease. And I need to take care of myself.
This comes as newly confirmed Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has urged the government to ban SNAP from being used towards processed foods. The move would require Congress to change the law to restrict purchases. While several states have proposed similar legislation over the last 2 decades, lawmakers struck efforts down. Some advocates say these moves aim to take away people's ability to have some options.
Maybe you're shopping for groceries and you want to buy soda with your SNAP benefits because guess what? It's your kid's birthday and you want to have a sweet treat when you make a cake for your kid. Like, these are choices that people should be able to make.
On Capitol Hill, bills to restrict SNAP benefits are pending in Congress. Sean Langell, Fox News.
The Trump administration is expected to issue a public health order aimed at immigration. The order would label migrants at a risk for spreading diseases in the U.S. The move is part of the Trump administration's effort to severely restrict immigration. Sources say the discussions are around measles and tuberculosis. There is an outbreak of measles in West Texas, but it has not been tied to migrant crossings at the U.S.-Mexico border. Kentucky Republican Senator Mitch McConnell will not seek re-election next year. First elected to the Senate in 1984, McConnell is the longest-serving Senate party leader in U.S. history. In recent years, the senator has dealt with a series of medical episodes, including injuries sustained from falls and times when his face briefly froze while he was speaking. His announcement also comes almost a year after his decision to relinquish his leadership post after the November 2024 election. Well, dozens of hostages remain in Hamas captivity in Gaza. On Thursday, the bodies of 4 were brought back to Israel. Fox News senior foreign affairs correspondent Greg Palcott is in Tel Aviv with more.
Thousands of Israelis gathering this morning as the bodies of 4 hostages were transported from Gaza to Tel Aviv. They are believed to be Shiri Bibas and her 2 children, 4-year-old Ariel and 9-month-old Kafir, as well as 84-year-old Oded Lifshitz. All 4 were captured during Hamas's October 7th attack. The Bibas family became a symbol of the hostages' struggles.
We missed them. It's not fair. They should not have come to this. They shouldn't have gotten there.
Hamas claims that the children and their mother were killed in an Israeli airstrike, but has not provided evidence.
The heart of the whole world needs to break, because here we see who we are dealing with, what we are dealing with. Monsters.
The transfer is part of the first phase of the ceasefire deal that's scheduled to end next month. Negotiations on a second stage have not officially begun. They will cover the return of the remaining hostages and a full withdrawal of Israeli troops from the Gaza Strip to bring an end to the war. President Trump has called for Palestinians to eventually be resettled outside of Gaza, a move that's been rejected by Arab leaders.
Netanyahu needs to be firmer with them. Now he's got the true backing of the United States. Maybe America's time for us to get more involved in the war on terror and wipe Hamas off the face of the planet.
Hamas is scheduled to release 6 living hostages on Saturday, including 2 who have been held for a decade. In Tel Aviv, Greg Balcott, Fox News.
Thank you for watching today's News 12 Now. Make sure to subscribe so you find out why Texoma turns to us. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, where you'll see more social media exclusive content. Want more News 12 Now? Watch us live every weekday through the KXII app on your phone or TV and through our website.